What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, PPenny, coming at you again. Not with a gameplay, but this time I'll be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing y'all how to make memes. So I make memes on Fiverr, and I'm going to be teaching you the process and all that shit, you know, to put something together that's memeified. So first project I'm going to be working on today is from my good boy Morphium22. Big shout out to Morphium for giving me lots of work, lots of memes to make. So basically Morphium wants me to make a meme that's Area 51 theme, but he wants me to take out all the violence in the clip that he has provided and add the music that he's provided. So I'm going to be making a raw meme with this one, which basically means people give me raw footage, completely unedited, and I gotta basically memeify it, which is different from the stuff that I've done before, where you have a meme, basically, and then you cut together different memes to make it into like a meme variant. So a good thing to do is, if you have to work with something like this, is to go ahead and go over what footage they sent you and what audio they sent you.
Shortage of videos online where you can see him firing weapons and throwing knives to impress his troops. But that is just the beginning, because Bernie Muhammadov takes those standard issues.
Okay, so 28 seconds. Morphium wants me to make it at least a minute, and I have to have 45 consecutive seconds of this, which is the audio. Since the music is 1 minute and 20 seconds, I'm gonna have to cut that down to about a minute without losing the integrity of the music itself. And I use Premiere for all my memes, and it's just easier to use than After Effects. After Effects is for something that's really fucking dank. So I'm gonna go with like a half dank project here. So I'm gonna create a new project. I'm gonna keep all my default settings here. I'm not gonna even fuck with it. First thing you want to do is import in the audio and the footage, and it doesn't have to be footage that someone sends you. It could be footage that you just find on YouTube or forums or Reddit or whatever, that you think you might be able to make a little bit more funny by adding some effects and shit. Now, I can't show you the end product for legal reasons because I am selling this on Fiverr, but I can show you like all the processes that you need to go through to make something spicy. Now, while I'm waiting for the footage to download, I'm gonna see if there are any spots in this audio track that I can cut out, like 4 bars or 8 bars, that do not take away from like the waves of the music. So I'm gonna cut out the 4 bars right before the solo, starting right about here, right about there. So I use the cut tool, the razor tool, and if I cut too much or too little, that's okay, because I can always go in there and fine tune it. So let's see how it sounds. So I need the second one to be just a touch longer. So I'm gonna drag it out. Let's see. I want it to be seamless, because even though people are going to be most focused on the footage and the memes, if there's a cut that's just a little bit too jarring in the audio track, then people are going to be like, what the fuck is that? So that's a good. So really it's about 1 minute, 6 seconds. I'm going to fade it out even more than it already is. Anything close, you're never going to get something that's like a minute exactly. If you do, you have to do a lot of heavy editing to get it that way. So I'm going to add in the footage along with its respective audio track. Anytime you edit like an MP4 into Premiere, it's gonna put in the audio that came in with it. And how you see how like they both move around whenever I move them? They're linked. So in this one in particular, I don't want
Shortage of
Stephen
videos.
Colbert or whatever his face is talking on top of it. So I'm going to right click on the MP4. I'm going to unlink. He's not in frame at all. He's completely zoomed in. So I'm going to right click on the MP4. I'm going to set to frame size. So now it should be just the audio and the video. So Morpheum wanted me to edit out the gun. And normally what that means is I would have to take this, convert it into a frame, TIFF file, put it into Photoshop, edit out the gun frame by frame, and then put it back in as a mask. But I'm thinking, since there's not a lot of gun, except for here, the knives I think are okay, but I'm going to replace them with something anyway. There's some gun here, and a whole lot of bike. A little bit of gun. That's okay. I think I'm just going to get a transparent photo of like a Nerf gun or something, and then lay it on top of the footage, frame by frame, and go from there. And as you can see, the footage is not a minute long. In fact, it's 28 seconds, and I'm probably not going to use all 28 seconds. I'm going to cut it down some. So I'm going to cut out this bit right here where he takes away from the story, and it's just this guy with his mouth open like a fucking stupid boy. So I'm going to cut that out, and I'm going to use the step forward and step backward frame to align perfectly my cut. When you use the razor tool, it automatically goes on this blue line, which is where you are in the time frame. What I'm going to do first, before I add any effects, anything, is I'm going to prepare the footage for jump cuts, movement, all that kind of stuff. So right here, where you see the border of the actual footage itself is small, and I don't want the late night bullshit on the border. So I'm going to first cut out this couple frames, literally one frame, of the guy at the beginning, because I don't need that shit. And I'm going to select that, cut it out, move the footage. And it doesn't really matter what track you're on. I just like to keep the primary audio and primary video right next to each other, just because it lets me keep track of like what exactly is going on. Any effects that I add, text and otherwise, is going to be above the primary video, and any like sound effects and stuff is going to be below the primary audio, just for the sake of organization. I can just select the thing itself, the entirety of it. I'm going to go up to scale, and I'm going to drag just so that the border on the outside is covered. Doesn't really take away from anything. So while I'm editing down this primary footage and figuring out what kind of effects I'm going to be doing, I need to start thinking about stuff that I want to add to make up for the rest of the minute. So the footage stops at minute 27 now, 27.2. I've cut out about 0.8 seconds of original footage, which is fine. I don't mind. But I need to find other shit to fill in this 1 minute of music that I have going on. The music is going to be my ending point. Once I get to the music in terms of memes, I'm done. So, you have to kind of think back to what are you trying to make? What is the theme of your meme? And so, Morpheum wants me to make it Area 51 themed. So I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to look for aliens. And alien pictures are a lot easier to put in if they have a transparent background. So I'm going to go to Tools, I'm going to go to Color, I'm going to go to Transparent. Now, granted, these are a lot shittier, because most of them are logos, most of them are just stuff on Reddit and Tumblr that, you know, kind of just are there, you know. So I'm going to look for something. So in the footage, you know how he is like throwing knives and stuff, and he's got the gun and everything. When he's throwing knives at the blue thing, to kind of censor it, make it less violent, I'm going to be replacing the blue decoys, or whatever these are, targets, with aliens. I'm going to be replacing it with an alien that looks like he wants it, you know. So I don't know why this is in the aliens, but whatever. I've used a lot of these before in the other Area 51 memes, but you'll always find something that you can use if you just look at it long enough. Sometimes when I'm making memes like this, I know exactly what I want. I know the exact picture that I want, and then I download it as transparent and just slap it into the footage. But sometimes you have to kind of like jog your creative bone by just looking through and being like, hey, you know, I might be able to use that. And you also want to be careful with using like a logo that you know is a logo, because that could get you into trouble if you put this stuff on YouTube. So I'm always careful not picking stuff that looks completely ripped off. So I'm actually gonna censor out the gun first. So we have 3 things that we need to censor out. The knives I don't really think matter, but I'm gonna put in water gun, and I need one facing the left or to the right. This one might be okay. Nasty ass gun. PSD, nice. So I want something that looks relatively good, but not too gunny, you know? Put in like a super soak or something like that. And also the stuff that has like the odd perspective where it's not completely looking parallel to the gun won't really work for me. I mean, I can move this, but there's always going to be that like perspective. And I can put it in Photoshop and skew it a little bit, but I'd rather just find something that's, you know, already set. So I like this one because it says Governor Jeb Bush. It's transparent. I'm going to save that, see what it looks like. I'm going to use that to replace the AR and to replace the actual like pistol handheld gun. Nice. That's Squirtle. I am going to get something like this. Something like this isn't bad because even though it is rotated a little bit, I can still work with it because I can rotate it back. And the gun in the beginning, I can do it. Yeah, I can work with it. And it's going to be a little bit of an issue to get it past his hands because he's holding it. So I might have to do some crop magic here, but we'll see how it goes. So I like this one, but it's not really transparent. If it is, it's fucking with me. So I am going to get something a little bit more metal. That's a PNG. I don't like the back. I don't like that the back of it is transparent. I could get something like this. So Morpheum did have a suggestion for what he wanted. He said, instead of him holding a gun, he's got like a stuffed animal shooting stuffing or whatever ideas. Hey guys, this is PPenny from the future in the editing box, and I overestimated my editing skills pretty severely. I thought I could edit this project, which took me about 2.5 hours, down into about 20 minutes without losing too much. But in an effort to keep all of these videos under 15 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and make it a series. So this will be part 1, and I'll come out with about 3 to 4 more parts after this, just on this one project, because there's just too much stuff. I don't want to edit things out because then if you're following it, you might get kind of lost and like might miss some steps and here and there. So But anyway, if you like what you see so far, I'll leave my Fiverr link in the description. If you like it, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and comment down below if you see something I can change, some suggestions. I'm always looking to improve my editing. So yeah, just let me know.